Hey everyone, Happy New Year and welcome to the January 2025 real estate market update for the southwestern Raleigh suburbs of Mooresville, Cary, Apex, Holly Springs, and Fuquay Varina. A little bit chilly out here today, a little windy, so my hair is going to be extra special. Before we get started today, I want to give a big shout out, a big thank you to everyone who reached out last year. I am truly grateful to have had the opportunity to work with all of you wonderful people. People came from all over the place, other places in the country like Florida, California, Virginia. We had people relocating from Canada and even several people relocating from other areas of North Carolina. It truly was an honor to get to represent all of you. And if any of you out there in YouTube land are thinking of relocating to this area this year, I'd be honored to be your agent of choice. The first step in making that happen is to book a free consultation on my website. We'll hop on a Zoom and we'll get to know one another. Okay, let's get to what you came here for before I freeze to death. Here we go. Hi everyone, I'm Heather Taylor, founder of Tailored Realty Group, where we create real estate experiences tailored to who? That's right, tailored to you. Now, before we get started, if you're enjoying my content, please like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all of the content that matters most for your relocation decision. On to the numbers. I'm trying something a little bit different this year. Please let me know in the comments whether you like this way or the old way better. Essentially, I've decided to ungroup the towns. If you remember, I had been grouping them Mooresville, Cary and Apex, and then Holly Springs and Fuquay Varina. But I just don't like the fact that the towns really are different and you're not getting the feel for each individual town. So I've decided to ungroup them, decouple them, whatever the word would be, and give you information for each town. Now that takes me a lot more time, so if you're not getting value out of that, please let me know and I'll go back to the old way. Okay, so here's how we're rolling in 2025. I am going to continue to share the median prices for homes separated by towns and by type of home as I've been doing in the past. In fact, here they are on the screen now. Remember, these are median prices, which means just as many houses sold above this price as sold under this price. Now, these median prices give us an overall snapshot for prices for different types of homes in different areas. If you want to dig in further to this information, you know what to do. Schedule a free consultation on my website and we'll chat. All right, let's switch gears now and dive into the stats that really help shape your real estate plan, whether you're buying or selling. Okay, I've got the numbers up on the screen. Let's run through it, starting with current months of supply in Mooresville, 3.4, Cary 1.5, Apex 1.8, Holly Springs 1.4, and Fuquay Varina 2.3. Now remember, a balanced market is, anyone remember out there? 4 to 6 months of supply. So we are still in a seller's market across the boards, but you can see things are very different in Mooresville than they are in Cary, and that's why I don't want to group all of those towns together anymore. Let's take a look. Oh, by the way, I wanted to mention that is current months of supply. So that is as of the beginning of this week, which was January 13th, 2025. I figure if I can pull the actual up-to-date information, why look at old data? Now, when it comes to closings and things like that, of course, we've got to go back to December. So let's take a look at the December numbers. The percentage of homes that had a price reduction, I'm finding this really fascinating, especially considering then there's houses that sell over list price, but we'll get to that. Price reductions in December of 2024. In Mooresville, 27% of the listings were reduced. In Cary, 55%, Apex, 42%, Holly Springs, 54%, and Fuquay Varina, 46%. Now, that is a really interesting fact to consider when we look at this next number, which is the average list to sales price. So you'll see in Mooresville, 98%, Cary, 99%, Apex, 98%, Holly Springs, 99%, and Fuquay Varina, 98%. So everything is still selling really close to its list price. You'll remember last year, a lot of things were over list price. But it's important to remember that this is related to the final list price. So if a home had a price reduction and then sold at 99% of the reduced price, that doesn't really give you the accurate picture about where the house was originally priced and the final sales price related to that. Okay, moving on, let's talk about homes selling over, at, and under list price. Taking a look at Mooresville, we've got 9% over, 9% at, and 82% under list price. Cary, 26% over, 24% at, and 50% under. Apex 1919 and 62, Holly Springs 13, 28, 59, and Fuquay Varina 10, 15, and 75. So taking a look at that, in Cary, we do have 26% of homes still selling over list price. There's an interesting phenomena that sometimes happens where you drop the list price a little bit and then you end up with multiple offers driving it back up to the original price. But I also find it fascinating that you look at Fuquay Varina, only 10% of homes are selling over and 75% under list price. So that's why it's really important to take each town separately, in my opinion. Again, let me know in the comments whether you think this is valuable. Let's get to median days on market for Morrisville 51, Cary 21, Apex 19, Holly Springs 25, and Fuquay Varina 31. So overall, I'd say homes are still selling pretty quickly, but maybe slowing down a little bit in December. Now, even though things were a little bit slower in December, I do want to tell you that as soon as the new year hit, we were off and running. Like, it is busy hopping again. So I'll be interested to see what the numbers look like next month when we look at January's numbers. So all these numbers are exactly why it is so important to have an agent who truly understands the market where you are buying and selling. Now, I know that sounds incredibly self-serving, but here's the thing. I'm not the right agent for every market in North Carolina. Now, I can find you the right agent at the beach or at the mountains or across the state. Absolutely, I can do that. In fact, reach out if that's what you're looking for, and I'd be happy to refer you to a very qualified agent. Because ultimately, just because I could represent you anywhere in North Carolina, it doesn't mean I should. And that's because real estate markets are really incredibly specific to their location. It's imperative that you work with an agent who knows the specific area in which you are looking to buy or sell. Someone should be able to answer questions like, why is one neighborhood moving quicker than another in the same town? How did the house down the block sell in 2 days while another has been sitting for weeks? What can I do to make my listing stand out in this market? What's the right price for my house? All of these things are incredibly important. And you need to be working with an agent who is an expert in that area. Okay, I think I've hammered that home enough. That's all I've got for you this week, my friends. If you have any thoughts or any questions about any of the stuff I just presented, please drop them in the comments below. Remember, if you're thinking of buying or selling anytime in the foreseeable future, book a free consultation on my website and let's create a strategy that is tailored specifically to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content so you can keep your finger on the pulse of real estate in the southwestern Raleigh suburbs. Okay, you guys, it got so much colder. When I got out here, it wasn't this freezing, or I would have just done this inside. All right, have a good week. I'll see you next week. Bye.